Abraham Lincoln, Chuck Norris, Tom Selleck, and Billy Mays. According to Dr. Jack Brown, a writer for BodyLanguageSuccess.com, nearly 50% of all American men have facial hair. All of these men I listed were icons to the facial hair world. Growing facial hair is now allowed in many places of work. Most grocery stores and certain sports teams are just two places that do not allow facial hair. And rarely have employees been allowed to grow beards until recently when companies started evolving. Most companies continue to think that having a beard defeats the idea of having a professional look. A quote from Hy-Vee's employee handbook, "Employees must keep beards and mustaches neatly trimmed." But Hy-Vee grocery stores all over the Midwest deny their employees rights to grow a beard. Hy-Vee is not the only organization that does not allow facial hair. According to Mark Johansson, a writer for International Business Times, the Disney Company, Disneyland, SeaWorld, and Disney World all refuse to allow their employees any sort of facial hair. Walt Disney created this rule nearly 60 years ago. Another organization that refuses beards is the New York Yankees. According to Kevin Roselle of BleacherReport.com, this iconic baseball team has not allowed anything but a mustache for 39 years. Steinbrenner created this rule that no one, no player, coach, executive, or anybody else affiliated with the New York Yankees could grow anything but a mustache. All three of these organizations are highly recognized by the American public. Although each of these in different areas of business, they all adopt the same policy for similar reasons. Walt Disney's reason was to distinguish his park from sleazy carnivals. George Steinbrenner never really gave an exact reason for his rule, and Hy-Vee's reason is simple. It's to maintain their personal appearance. But what was once considered professional many years ago is now becoming out of touch with current culture. And for this exact reason, Disney has changed their policy this past January to allow their employees to have a well-groomed beard and mustache. I propose other organizations, such as grocery stores, should follow Disney's leads in the changing of the times. Beards were once considered to be grungy, but now facial hair can assist in distinguishing a younger employee in certain business circles. I was going to use my audience analysis to help prove my point, but that didn't seem to work out. But instead I found an actual survey on this topic. An experiment was done in 1990 with over 150 different companies to find a suitable manager. Some of these men had facial hair and some of them were clean-shaven. According to the experiment done by Ann Reed and Elizabeth Blunk, authors of Social Behavior and Personality, an International Journey, the results indicated consistently more positive perceptions of physical attractiveness, personality, competence, and composure for men with facial hair. Although the results of this are in favor of facial hair being a positive in the workplace, policies against beards are still in place. I believe Disney got it right. They've decided to change their style to appeal to more modern times. And as I said before, other organizations need to follow in the footsteps of Disney. Something that Hy-Vee can specifically do is follow their own policy and allow employees to have neatly trimmed beards. By following this policy, or even eliminating facial hair rules altogether, other organizations could cause a diversified look and increase the appearance in younger men. In retail, mature-looking employees increase the customer's confidence in their abilities. Numerous times customers have ignored my advice or asked for more experienced employees because I simply looked like a little kid. Ever since I've had facial hair, I've been treated quite differently. With the change in policy, men would actually come to work without having to worry about whether or not they shaved close enough. Not to mention supervisors would not feel the need to inspect each individual. Abolishing this no facial hair policy, or at least toning the rule down, is an idea that at least must be considered. The problem with facial hair in the workplace can be fixed by adapting to the changing world around us and allowing employees to grow beards. William Shakespeare once said, "He that hath a beard is less of a youth. He that hath no beard is less of a man." So let's fight the razor, grow beards, and be men.